So Patrick, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You
What?
describe it. You describe it. I
What?
do enough talking.
For what?
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much. But I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of your like some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up out of nowhere. He's like,
Oh, I
"Oh,
just need to-
we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then you just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that was
Okay, well, better luck next year, I guess.
that was the guy from.
Hello and welcome into race 16 of season 5 of XSLR. This is the season finale, so this will be the end of the road for these drivers. The culmination of 16 weeks of racing coming to an end. I am Daniel Hall, joined in the commentary booth by Jake Luther and Jonathan Grabowski in our virtual production truck. We are here at the beautiful Eldora Speedway for this ultimate race of the season. So it should be a good time. Cars rolling out, just starting their qualifying laps. And I'll give you a rundown of the points for this championship. Here they are, and might take a little bit of the suspense out this tonight, but Josh Klog kind of ran away with it, had a really consistent string of finishes throughout the first 3 quarters of the season, and didn't do anything in the dirt oval portion to throw that away, so he locked up the championship a couple races early, so he will be the champion. Adam Thompson far enough ahead of Bobby Ross that no real competition tonight, so Adam's locked up second and Bobby's locked up third. J Cam, Jimmy Howitt, Kevin Irwin, and rounding out the rest of your field, Tim Cox, Jerry DiPiero, Justin Barrera, and so on. You can see the list there, but no suspense in the points championship, but that means these drivers can just kind of pin their ears back and go for it, and maybe take out any frustrations they built up over the season. So should be interesting time to see. Go look at Adam Thompson here as he makes his way around for his qualifying run. Coming around to complete his second lap. He has already put up a time to be fifth, and that lap will put him on the pole. 1963 out of Adam Thompson. He goes to the top of the board, followed right behind by Bobby Ross, Josh Klog, Jake Ham, and Jimmy Howitt, who we're looking at right now. He comes around, completes his second lap. Let's see if he goes any faster. Does not appear that he improves. So I think that is just about everybody. We'll see if they advance the session along as all the cars have completed their laps. But we can see the order. Adam Thompson looks like he's going to sit on the pole for tonight. Bobby Ross in second, most likely. Kevin Irwin out there, he's still making some laps, but I don't think they will count, as these drivers get 2 laps to complete their qualifying runs. And just these drivers getting a little bit more practice, just get a little more familiar with this track and see what they can do, maybe eke out a little more speed, compete for that win tonight. We are winding down qualifying, about 5 seconds left on the clock for that before we jump into our first heat race of the evening. That's right, we got heat races. We're going to have 3 of them tonight. So grid is up for our first heat race. Adam Thompson, your pole sitter, quick time of the night. He's going to start heat race number 1 from that inside first row starting position. Outside of him is going to be Jake Ham and Tim Cox starting 3rd. So we'll let those guys get gridded up here. Get a good look at the infield as the camera kind of shifts and bounces around as we wait in eager anticipation of these drivers going out for their heat race. 3-car heat race. It's going to be 8 laps, and we'll see this first bit of action of cars battling side by side on the track. This Eldora track, home to a lot of races. They host $1 million to win late model races and the most prestigious dirt sprint car races and all sorts of things in between. Silver Crown, USAC non-wing sprints, just about every dirt car you can think of. And it's a great place and a great way to finish out the season. We finally see Tim Cox join the others on the pit road. They'll have 2 laps of... Tim Cox getting in on it early. Looks like he might have anticipated Adam going a little bit. So we'll see if that makes any enemies in this heat race. But I think Adam Thompson is going to want to try to pull away and not lollygag in the back with Tim too much. So they are out there on their pace laps. That is a menacing sight for many drivers to see Tim Cox so close to your car before the race starts. But they are coming around. They will get the 1 to go this time by. These 3 drivers chomping at the bit, trying to score better starting positions for the 30-lap A main feature tonight. So we roll out of turn number 2 into 3. The pace truck is going to duck off the track in just about turn 4. And as AJR put it best, let's go out with a bang. Last race of the season, first heat race, first on-track action. They're going to go. Adam Thompson is off. He gets a good start. Early jump for him. Benefit of that pole sitter position. He's going to quickly go to the bottom as Jake Ham holds off Tim Cox. He's going to try to make his way to the bottom side of the track also. Just while it's really tacky, they can have a lot of grip down there and not have to scrub too much momentum. So Jake Ham's going to settle into second, just in front of Tim Cox by Adam Thompson, already jumping out to about 3/4 of a second lead. So he's got the good jump and the good momentum already. Jake Ham goes a little bit wide using that cut down lane. Looks like he might have gotten into the wall there on exit, cut down a little too hard. It's going to open the door for Tim Cox. Tim Cox looks to the inside, but nothing going. He's going to try to build up his speed and momentum down the backstretch, run a little wide, get a little run on Jake Ham, but he puts it in the wall. That's not going to help his cause. Adam Thompson still holding down first place out front, just keeping it nice and smooth and sweet. He really wants to finish this season out strong. Knows he can't win the championship, but can definitely add another trophy to the pile. He's racked up a few in this last half of the season. He's really excited to finish out this season. But Jake Ham's still holding off Tim Cox. Jake Ham goes really wide, enters just about on the wall and cuts all the way down. Really trying to get everything he can out of that car, trying a bunch of different lines, see if he can maybe run down Adam Thompson. He's got to be careful. That opens the door for Tim Cox every lap. Tim is right on his heels waiting for Jake Ham to possibly make a mistake, and he'll be right there to capitalize on it. But so far, Jake's been keeping it pretty clean as well. A couple mistakes, but he's still got the speed to pull away a little bit from that Tim Cox, and Tim bounces off the wall a little bit. That's not going to help his chances. But he dives low, trying to get a run, trying everything he can just to get by Jake. He's going to look low again. He's closed up about a car length now between the two of them. Final lap for your leader, Adam Thompson. He's going to be smooth sailing, nobody in front of him. He's going to have a clear shot to the checkered flag, but the real battle is for second between Jake Ham and Tim Cox. We'll see Adam Thompson come out of fourth, take the checkered flag with style. Looks like Jake Ham's able to match the style and take home second over Tim Cox. Now we get ready for heat race number 2. Your second place qualifier, Bobby Ross. He's going to start on the pole of this one. To his outside will be Jimmy Howitt in the 37 machine. And Kevin Irwin gonna roll off the grid in third, bringing up the rear. So we'll give him wait just a second as Jimmy Howitt tries to grid. And we had Tim Cox jump in here. Tim, you tried your best there. You almost had Jake a couple times. Were you looking to push the issue, maybe get that second place in that heat race?
Damn right I was, and yes, I started my games in the pit lane by running in the back of Adam deliberately. Just give him a bit of a tap, just so he knew he was there, and then as you probably saw on the pace lap, just getting inside of him, just try and get inside his head, make him think twice, and then got the jump on all of us, unfortunately, which was a bit of a pain. But then, yeah, so close to Jake, but then nearly ran in the back of him, and didn't want to do that, so yeah, just lost me a bit of time, caught the wall a couple of times, and yeah, just didn't have enough laps in the end. But it's really started to struggle with that track slicking out quite a bit. I know Adam was trying to run the high line to try and not cut it up too much, but if I need to beat Kevin, if I come third and he comes fourth, I'll beat him in the championship. Likewise, if I come second and he comes third, I will beat him. So it's all about just trying to get ahead of Kevin as much as possible. So hopefully, no disrespect, Kevin, you come last in this.
All right, well, we got the mind games out early. That'll be interesting to watch when you might have a competitor that might be more susceptible than Adam. Adam is on there. Oh, Jimmy's Howitt
gone.
Going sideways. That was, I don't know what's going on. These drivers trying to get started. The pace truck's already pulled off. Bobby Ross is looking to take the green. There's Jimmy Howitt catching up, so no major harm done, but we'll see if that car is tracking straight after he took a bit into the wall. They're still making contact, but they got the green flag now. Bobby Ross to the inside. He's running right along that inside wall, trying to hold off these two competitors. Jimmy Howitt hanging strong, though, on the outside. He's trying to make that high line work. You mentioned Adam was running that high line. Is that the line to run now, Tim?
I don't know. It's not quite. It depends what the person in front of you is doing. Getting down low still seems to work quite a bit, but then if they shut the door on you on exit, you have no chance. It's what I found Jake kept doing to me, so it's just so tricky around here, but there is definitely a lot more grip ups at the Highland. It's not quite slick low, but it's not far from being there.
Yeah, sometimes it's just about running where they aren't. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on tonight. We'll see if anybody can make that high line work. But it looks like the inside lane is probably a little more dominant at this point. But Jimmy Howitt holding on tight to Bobby Ross for the most part. Bobby hasn't been able to pull away quite as quickly as I think he would have hoped. But 5 laps to go in these quick fire heat races. That's another thing, Tim. How it doesn't seem to be very long that you get to strategize and make your move. It's all go, go, go from the drop of the green.
It blink and you miss it with 8 laps in these seats. But it just makes it all the more interesting. This is really good for me right now. Kevin is losing by a country mile. So look at he's going to come home with third bar by an instant between these top 2. But you never quite know with these two as to what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're pulling for Kevin to stay kind of far back there, but I don't think that doesn't change where he's going to start. If he finishes third, he'll start right beside you, I believe, in the
losers final. Yeah. So, well, I mean, Jimmy's closing on it, but we're on lap 6. It's as he catches the wall there. I mean, Daniel, he's got no chance now unless he needs to make something big, brave, bold, ambitious. Otherwise, this is going to be Bobby's, but maybe this is it starting to happen here when he's looking for the get underneath him.
Yeah, these guys taking the white flag. Bobby Ross still holding on, but Jimmy Howard is right there trying to get that inside hooked up. Bobby's going to have the momentum on the outside. Let's see what Jimmy can do in here into 3 and 4. He's going to send it in there. Is he going to try to pull a slide job?
He's caught the wall.
So. Oh, they make contact into the wall. I think Bobby holds on by just 0.08 of a second. That was exciting. It doesn't matter how many cars there are on the track, but you can definitely put on a show with however many, and we will see that put to the test as we have a 2-car heat race number 3. Josh Klog, your championship winner. He will be rolling off the grid inside row 1, and outside row 1 will be Randall McGrew. So these 2 drivers are going to see what kind of show they can put on. If it's any indication, though, it's definitely possible to put on a show with 2 people.
Oh, it is. Randall went quickest of everyone in practice. The only one to get into the 19.4. So he's got a bit of pedigree in this. Obviously, we know Josh. He's really quick as well. Could go anyway. But I'll tell you what. I'm going to dip out because Bobby's tagged his way in here. I'll leave you in his capable hands as he's just fresh off a race.
Yeah. See you, Tim. Good luck in your final. So, Bobby, in here, we just saw you take that heat race win. Looks like right at the end there, it got pretty interesting. You almost had a major competitor there.
It was pretty dicey at the end. Actually, it was pretty dang dicey at the very beginning. When I don't know who hit who. I kind of wasn't paying attention.
Jimmy hit you.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of blinked and I missed it. And all of a sudden, Jimmy was spun around by himself. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But
Yeah.
You guys went side by side, door to door across the line. That was exciting. We'll see if these 2 can match the excitement and competitiveness levels that you guys did.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a side by side for this one because Randall, if you saw him during practice, he pulled an upset on everyone. Like he surprised everyone with the lap times he was pulling off. So I think during the main race, keep an eye on Randall.
Yeah, Tim said that too. So they just got the green flag. They got 8 laps to settle it between these 2, but we've seen it. Randall's been quick in practice and maybe didn't put the qualifying run together. Maybe sandbagged a little bit. We'll have to see what he's got for Josh Klog. Josh still holding on to the first place. Randall's trying everything. He's going high. He's going low. He's trying to get by Josh, improve his starting position quite a bit. I mean, it's a three-car jump just by passing 1 driver in your heat race. So every driver you don't have to pass in the main every driver you pass in the heat race is 3 more that you don't have to pass in the features. So these drivers are gonna be really trying to dice it up and make it in there. But walk us through your heat race, Bobby. You were able to hold on to it, and Jimmy's a tough competitor. I don't know how you were able to hold off for that long.
It was pretty close, and I obviously didn't want to slam the door on him because he was right there. Because if I knew if I turned down like that, obviously he's gonna hold his line. I was like, you know what? I'll give him the inside. I'll get the outside because I think the longer this race goes, the outside lane's gonna be the way to go. Because if you notice during Jake Cam's heat race, he was on the outside. I think once this track wears down, that's gonna be the way to go.
Yeah, some wonderful insight there from the competitors that just came off the track. So we'll see this. These guys got 3 laps to go. Josh Klog has got Randall McGrew right on that rear spoiler. We'll see if Randall has anything for him. He's peeking to the inside. We'll see if he can get a nose under Josh. Looks like he does. Josh is going to go way to the outside, try to carry that momentum. Randall's going to slide up a little bit and hold him off. Randall's going to lead that lap. Josh coming right back with a slide job of his own. Kind of parks it right there in front of Randall. 2 laps to go. These drivers are really going at it there, nose to tail. We'll see if Randall can make another move. He might be biding his time, waiting for that last corner, make sure Josh can't come back. But white flag in the air. These two drivers going hard. Randall dives it in deep. Oh, he just turns Josh. That was unfortunate.
There we
Looks
go.
like he's gonna slow down, do the
That's right.
gentlemanly racer thing. Josh gonna maybe show his displeasure a little bit, driving as close as he can.
I thought for a moment there he was going to return the favor.
Yeah, I think Josh had a realization that, yeah, I can still win this thing. Randall was being a nice guy there. Still some...
if Randall wasn't going to get Clog's internet was, because I think if you notice, he kept flashing in and out.
Yeah, he was dealing with some sort of connection issue. But we do have our grid for our B main race. Now, all these drivers will make it into the A main, but this will set kind of 4 through 9, I believe, in terms of starting position. Jake Ham gonna start first. Jimmy Howitt to his outside. Looks like there's a little bit of an issue with Randall's not showing up right, but Randall will actually start third in this heat race. Tim Cox will start to his outside of row number 2 and 4th, and Kevin Irwin gonna round out your field.
I'm wondering, did something happen with Clog? Because it said he manually disconnected.
Maybe he did have some internet issues. It should still give him credit. So if he can get back into the race,
as long as he didn't withdraw.
Yeah, he's got this B main and the little bit of a warm up that these drivers have between the B and A mains to get back into the server. So yeah. I'd expect him to come back, but that's something we're going to try to keep an eye on up here.
Because he didn't get a penalty, I don't think, so he should have won his heat.
Yeah, I think it's showing him as winning his heat race.
Yeah, then obviously Randall wouldn't have been in this, so. Oh, yeah.
Yep, so Jake Ham, he's going to roll off in first. He's going to have Jimmy Howitt to his outside. We'll see if Jimmy can get around here with no problems on the pace lap. Well,
40 bucks he hits him.
Had some issues already we've seen, but it should be some good racing action for you here in the B main.
I'm going to be keeping an eye on here for this one, Kevin Irwin and Tim Cox, because I believe there's only 3 points between the two going into this race.
Yeah, he mentioned that there's a tight championship battle. I think whoever kind of finishes ahead will be your champion, or not your champion, be the winner of that battle. But
yes.
His car is off. Jake Ham taking the green flag. Jimmy Howitt there on the outside. He's going to stay to his outside, try to get the run down the backstretch. Randall's there. It's Tim Cox trying to jump down behind Randall and get that inside lane working. I have noticed these drivers have started moving up the track quite a bit. So
maybe they're taking notes.
Yeah, they were watching those heat races. Jake Ham going to get put 3 wide. Randall is inside. Maybe gets his elbows out a little bit. Tim's going to now make a move on Jake Ham. Oh, Jake gets into the back of Randall. They keep it going.
Oh, shoot! Oh, Kevin!
Drives straight up the track into Jake Ham. Holds off Kevin Irwin. Those two are crab walking down the straight.
They're rubbing it out.
Oh.
If you heard Kevin, that's another 5.
Yeah, we'll get a replay here and see what happens. We're here with Kevin Irwin, and the track just gets blocked right in front of him. He had nowhere to go, and then they were.
He was trying to go in between them. He was trying to do like a field goal, you know?
Yeah, I tried to split the uprights, and unfortunately they were too close together on that one. But that leaves Jimmy Howitt out front, holding off Randall McGrew. And Jake Ham about 8 seconds back after that wreck. So no caution was thrown. These drivers just going to race it out. Here is Tim and Kevin. Kevin is probably going to want a little bit of retribution. I don't know if he knows that it was Tim Cox's fault that there was a massive wreck there. But we'll see if he can run him down and maybe make a last-ditch effort. Back up with our leaders, Jimmy Howitt. He's running right up against the wall and then cutting down. We saw that line from Jake Ham in his heat race. We saw it a couple times. I think that's
me as well. Me as well. That's how I was able to hold him off at the end.
Yeah. So what benefit does that line do? It's not your traditional low line right along the bottom catfish line, or keep it pinned right around the top. What does that gain you as opposed to running these more traditional lines?
Well, on the inside line, obviously on entry, yeah, you make a huge amount of time. But on the outside, because you're not hitting the wheel as much, you're getting more momentum as you exit that turn. So, and like I said earlier, as the track deteriorates more, woo, Randall, woohoo! You get more momentum, and I think right now that's going to play in the favor of Jimmy.
That's cool. That's, yeah, trying to get the best of both worlds, shortening the track as much as you can, but keeping as much momentum. But these drivers coming around, they're going to take the white flag. Jimmy Howlett holding off Randall for first place. And he's just got one lap to get around this track nice and clean and safe. But we've seen Randall throw some moves. We'll see if he's got anything for him. Looks like he's going to settle in for second, not make any risky moves. Let JKM maybe get back into the
Oh, Tim! Oh, and Kevin just did a 360.
Jimmy Howlett. Oh, calamity in turns 1 and 2. Who's going to get the car back going
first?
first?
Still going. Oh no!
This is a replay. Here's Tim, or here's Kevin going to go low. Oh, looks like Tim got loose and kind of came down the track. Where does that leave?
I think Kevin wins.
Kevin's going to be fourth.
Remember, it's all about the points. So
Absolute chaos out here. Tim Cox going to come home fifth. That is going to mean he's starting dead last on the field.
hey, it's not where you start though; it's where you finish.
Absolutely. Well, Bobby, I think you got a race to run. So congrats on winning your heat race, getting to join us up here in the booth, see that chaos and calamity, and we'll wish you luck as you roll off the grid for the feature.
Thank you, Daniel, and I just want to say thank you to you, to Jonathan, and to everyone involved with slow motion broadcasting. You guys have been phenomenal. I did a couple of broadcast commentary myself, and you guys have been great to work with. So again, thank you for everything, and best of luck with whatever you guys do in the future.
Yep, glad to have you, and we'll see if you might join us back up in here after the race if you can get on that podium.
Heck yeah. Take care.
Sounds good. That was Bobby Ross joining us for those heat races, and now we're running the warm up, get a little more track wear in, get it to develop a little more, but we will be quickly moving on to the feature. All 9 cars out on the track for the first time tonight. Let's see if anyone's picked up some tips and tricks and see who's been watching who in the heat races to know what's going to work and what's not going to work on this developing track. You might see some cut down lanes, entering high, going down low. As Bobby mentioned, it kind of gets you the best of both worlds. So we'll see who takes that on, but about 15 seconds left in this warm-up. Good look at Bobby Ross right there. Adam Thompson now. SMB, Slow Motion Broadcasting owner, XSLR promoter. And looks like we might have a quick story from Tim Cox. Tim, what happened there on that last lap?
A story. Kevin was, I just literally, I lost the rear mid-corner and tried to save it. Of course, as soon as you do that, the car slows up dramatically, and Kevin nowhere to go. Not his fault at all. Plowed into the back of me, and I think he assisted. Well, no, I then felt a bit guilty, slowed up, and I'd lost the rear completely. Went around, and then when I was trying to flip the car around, Kev kindly assisted me in pushing me back around. While he headed off into the distance. So, I mean, this makes it a bit interesting coming into the final, because I need to work out exactly how many I need to beat him by just to equal on points, because it's a bit tricky. It's the only position that's left up for grabs in the championship.
Yeah, well, looks like they're gridding up there, so we'll let you go. And
it's all right. Well, what's the worst that could happen? It's not been any worse than it has been so far. So, I might stick around for a bit until a caution to see what happens here.
Alrighty, well, we're going to go through the grid real quick. We got Adam Thompson taking the fast time in qualifying, won his heat race by about a mile, as much as you can in 8 laps. And he's looking really strong tonight. He's going to roll off first. But Bobby Ross, we had him in here talking us through the heat race. He's going to roll off second. Josh Clogg and Jimmy Howett making up road number 2. Jimmy just took that B main win. Randall McGrew going to start 5th. Jake Ham starting 6th. Kevin Irwin and Tim Cox 7th and 8th in the battle for the main. And we see already some pit road shenanigans going on. We got Jake Ham. We got Jimmy Howett.
Jimmy Howett, yeah. They're just, I don't know what. Jimmy didn't really go. He's just got back from a quick toilet break. And big Jake thought he was going to move, and, well, he didn't. I mean, good job I got 2 to green, eh?
Yeah. Get a little bit of time to get back going, but oh man, this race, we called it. There was no more things to race for. Might as well get in any last minute retaliations, any things that you might have worked out in the season kind of come to a head. But these drivers rolling off the grid is bunching up. They're gonna be coming out of 4 to take the green. Pace truck through 3 and 4. He will make the hard left turn onto pit lane. Field in control of Adam Thompson. He's waiting. He's going. Gets a good jump. Bobby Ross getting a little bump there from Jimmy Howett, trying to get up the momentum. His fireworks still going off in the background.
That's what that sound is.
And major, they're 3 wide. Jimmy Howett in the middle. Randall McGrew on the bottom. Josh Clogg gonna come away with 2nd, I think. Yeah, Bobby Ross gets into the wall out of 4. Randall McGrew, they're side by side. Jimmy Howett's gonna look to the inside. He's gonna make it 3 wide for 3rd place. Jimmy on the bottom. We'll see what he goes. Those drivers, you couldn't fit a piece of paper between them. Jimmy Howett's still holding on to the inside. Oh, he's just gonna come up like Randall and Bobby aren't there, and that's gonna lock him into 3rd place. Randall with a little bit of damage now on the left side of that after that run-in with Jimmy Howett. Bobby Ross now
all of the corners to go as well. So it's, I tell you what, from the car, I can tell you, it looks just as close as I'm sure it does with the TV cameras right now.
Oh, you got 4 cars under a blanket. Jake Ham looked to the outside of Bobby Ross. He's going to try to make it 3 wide. He's going to try to get by both of them. He's still running the outside. He's looking to the outside of Jimmy Howett. Jake Ham has found something on the outside there. He cuts down. He's going to stick it 3 wide out of the corner. That was so close. Jake Ham now slides in there. He's going to have a nose ahead of Jimmy Howett, but Jimmy Howett's going to have the momentum out of the corner. Randall's trying to get in there now. And Bobby Ross has got the best view of it the whole time. Bobby now looking to the inside of Randall, get that run out of 4 down into turn 1. He's going to look to the inside. Randall, contact.
The round.
And Jake Ham goes around, pulls a 360. Yellow flag is in the air. He's kept it going, but not before that caution flag came out. Randall looks like he just got in there just a little too hard, washed up a little bit, and made contact with Jake Ham.
It was brewing. It was so brewing. You could tell it a mile off, the way that they were all over one another. And that run Jake got, I mean, I tried to replicate it, and it's a bit faster up top, I can tell you, but I mean, how he carried that speed off there, he sent it like a rocket ship between the pair of them. I just caught him completely unawares. It was sensational to watch.
Yeah, that outside lane is
he's into the pits.
Very tricky technical section to run.
Jake's
like
in the pits.
Ross
It's Bobby, isn't it?
Yeah, Jake Ham's still out there. So Bobby Ross coming in the pits. Did they get faster pairs? Did you get a faster pair that are out there, Tim?
I should know this as having to administer this league. You know, that would be logical. You get 2.
You get 2, so maybe that's just Bobby trying to get a faster pair. He's not quite up front.
He's quick on getting now and get it done.
Yep, he's already back running. So I think he just ducked into the pits to get a quick faster pair, maybe give up a couple spots that might be able to get back here soon.
Yeah,
1 to go. Driver's gonna start lining up double file. Adam Thompson still out front. He's got Josh Clogg right behind him and now lining up right beside him. The battle to watch is going to be that 3rd road. The only championship battle still going on. Kevin Irwin and Tim Cox, you're right there with them.
I am, mate. I mean, this is going to be... don't want to be on the outside line, I want to be on the inside line. However, I haven't mapped the visor tear-off button, so it currently looks like I'm on the inside of a child's diaper. Looking up through my visor right now. Look at that for a start. How's that giving her a win?
Green flag is out. Adam Thompson gets a good launch, and Tim Cox taken over at 5th place from Kevin Irwin on that start. Randall and Tim going into the wall. Now that back to the inside lane. Adam Thompson still out front. Josh Klog looking for a way to get around. Oh, they got close. Josh is running right on there, right on Adam's bumper. These 4 cars covered by, what is that, under half a second. This racing is intense. Josh Klog gonna try to get inside working. Randall now making headway on the outside. He's just ripping the lip. Telling all these drivers, tops up here, bud. And they are not listening to him. He's going to try to make a way.
I tell you what, it seems to be where to be is that top line. There's definitely pace coming off it. However, there we go. Well, Jimmy and Randall, you see Jimmy just made it work. And Adam's into it. Here we go. This is
Adam trying to run a little bit of a defensive move from that inside to the outside. Jimmy's going to get to Adam's inside, though. He's going to drift up a little bit. No contact there. Adam's going to hopefully have the outside momentum. Getting a little bump into that corner by Randall. He's 3 wide for the lead, 4 wide, and Tim. Oh, look out, Jimmy Howard going around. He's hard in the inside wall. Yellow flag is out. Wow.
I don't think I breathed for that last couple of laps. Wow, that was super intense. I tell you what, that highlight is where you need to be right now. There's so much pace coming off it.
Yeah, 4 wide into 3, not gonna make it work. There was just not enough real estate for that many cars going at it there. But Jimmy's going back around, maybe trying to readjust the car with the outside wall a little bit. We'll see if he ducks into the pit lane to get his faster pair. That might be the wise move, and yep, he's going to make the hard left turn. He's going to get a faster pair, get back out there at full strength, see if he can make his way back up to the front of the field and rejoin that battle with those guys up there. Tim, you're hanging strong now in 4th?
Yeah, and now I'm 2 places ahead of Kevin. I didn't look this far down as to what should happen and how far I need to finish in front of Kevin to beat him. I don't think I told you last time. We've got a gentleman's agreement. If we're equal on points, come the end of tonight, obviously we'll work out before myself and Kevin leave the session. We will have a demolition derby, and whoever is alive, come the end of it, it's a battle to the death. That's who comes higher in the championship.
All right.
Is there any better way to sort it?
There is no better way to decide it, especially out here in these dirt street stocks. These things are fun to race and really fun to crash. So you're lined up right there behind Randall. We'll see if that outside lane is able to keep up the momentum. Adam getting pushed right now under caution by Josh Klog. Josh is just trying his best to stay right there with him. Pace truck's gonna pull off. Let's see what Adam does this time. He is really backing it up, trying to play some restart games. He's gonna be on the inside. Let's see if Randall can get that car wound up already. They're gonna be side by side coming out of 2. Randall taking the lead. Let's see if he can hold him off out of turn number 4. That outside lane working really well now. Adam's able to get a nose ahead at the line. Randall's going to have the momentum, though, through 1 and 2.
Oh,
Adam's slide job. Randall with the cut back, right back to him. He's going to be solidly in the lead. Adam's going to join that outside lane right in front of you, Tim.
I like
Josh
somewhere beneath me.
I was going to say, Josh still into your inside there. Oh, man, this racing is wild. Looks like the outside lane is the preferred line. Now Josh Klog gonna try to make his way up there. He's gonna move right in front. Tim making a move on Adam. We'll see if he can do anything. Not this lap. But Jake Ham now right behind this battle. He's going to look to the inside of Josh Clog. Josh going to stay to his outside. He's going to use that outside lane to take the momentum. And look at that. Jimmy Howitt right back up into this battle, getting that car fixed. Oh, contact between Josh Clog, Jake Ham there. Now 3 wide there for 4th. Jimmy Howitt on the inside. That 37 purple machine. We'll see if we can get anything. Jake's just got that momentum rolling on the outside. Back up to your lead. Adam going low. Looks like he'll try to do a slide job. Not quite. He leaves a lane nice and cordial there from Adam. Randall's going to have the outside lane and that momentum coming down the backstretch. Looks like he's going to get a nose ahead of Adam. Adam's going to try something. He's diving hard into turn 3 and 4. Jake to the outside of Tim. We got 2 battles going on. Jake gets into the wall a little bit. Wow.
Saved it. That's how you do it. But I've lost it.
Wow, great insight into the mind of a racer while they are wrecking. You couldn't ask for any more than that from our good buddy Tim here.
Oh shit, you got it live. Oh fuck, I've hit you. Oh shit, sorry, I'm small broadcast. Oh no, I've done it again.
Don't text, don't watch the broadcast and drive. You need all your faculties out there. You're in the heat of a battle right now.
Yeah.
Bobby gonna keep you right there.
Yeah, that's how you go from 3rd to 6th. They said.
Wow. Yeah, but this battle up front has not cooled off one bit. Randall is not giving any sort of free space there to Jake. Jake is battling hard in 2nd. These guys are going to get the 10 to go as they cross the line. Adam Thompson's still leading. He's not unquestioned though. He's got to hold off these drivers and they are chomping at the bit to get around him. Jake Ham, let's see if he can make a move. He is running right there on the cushion, trying to stay in contact with Adam Thompson. Wow, these 2 nose to tail that entire lap. Jake's gonna drop low, see if he can get the run off of the corner, maybe set up for a slide job here. He dives low. Adam's still gonna be there though. Jake's gonna have to settle back into 2nd. 7 laps to go now. The intensity is ramping up. You can feel it. These drivers not coming off the wall. This is the battle for 4th. Josh Clog trying to hold off Jimmy Howitt. And looks like everybody's kind of migrated to that outside lane. Makes it really hard to pass.
It's the only place where there's any form of grip that you dice with definitely you've got to get as close to that wall as possible without sticking it in the wall. And then if you've forgotten to map your tear off visor button, you literally could not see a thing right now. I can fully vouch for that. I can just about say you see a bit of a Red Bull logo every so often. It's always in the wall right in front of me.
We got a battle for the lead though. Looks to the inside of Adam Thomas. Let's see if he can make it work this time. I don't think so. He's going to have to cut in right behind Adam, get right back onto the wall, build some momentum as they come to 5 laps to go. These guys have not been able to distance themselves very much from each other. Adam into the wall a little bit. Jake. Oh, Jake is right there trying to get the momentum. He's going to dive it in low. We'll see if he can pull off a slider. Yellow flag is out. Bobby Ross goes around. Wow. All right, that sets up a 4-lap just dash to the finish. Get a good look at it from overhead. Tim, you got in there a little loose there. Looks like didn't see any contact.
Oh, that's all right. As long as I didn't hit him, I don't care. He lost it by himself.
I didn't see any contact there. It just kind of lost it like you did. So
thank you. But the thing is, I saved mine. It took a lot of swearing and juggling in the steering wheel, but I got there.
Well, that it does. These I don't know.
Bobby and Kevin are in. They're in the pits. Now we've got we've got 2 screen here, Daniel. It's going to be green, white, checkered pretty much here. I'm going to take it all. You got to give everything you got.
Yep. Should be about 4 laps to go when you guys get the green. So
yeah, and Kevin's going to come
4-lap dash to the finish.
Kevin's taken his fast repair and he's coming out right behind me. Yeah, where I can't click the visor, so I'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? I mean, to be fair, I was eking my way up, each restart. I mean, gutting that I absolutely messed it up early on because I was all over the back of Adam, feeling really confident, could have had him, but I just, all it takes is one mistake.
We got single file restarts, it looks like.
We have.
For this last under 10 laps, they go to single file restarts. So Adam Thompson right up against the wall, not letting Jake get to his outside. That's the only way you can pass before the start finish line. Adam backs him up a little bit and goes. He's going to pull a car length, maybe 2 over Jake Ham. Randall McGrew, he's going to try to make a move. Randall on the inside. Jake's going to have the momentum. He had to try something, but that's going to allow the door open for Josh. Josh is going to be with Randall's outside. We'll see if Randall can do anything to hold him off. 3 laps to go now. Adam, Jake, and Randall, your top 3. Looks like Josh making a move down low for 3rd, but we'll see on board here with Jake Ham. He's got to figure out something. Adam is right there and not coming off the wall. Jake is rim riding as much as he can, gets the momentum, cuts down. He's going to be the inside. We'll see if he can throw maybe a mini slider. He's not able to do it. Yeah, you really got to throw it in there. It takes full commitment, but we'll see if he can rally the charge up once again into 3 and 4. They're going to come out of turn 4. Jake Ham on the bottom, Adam Thompson on the top. White flag in the air. Jake is trying to hold off, use that inside, use the shortest way around. Looks like he got a little loose there. He's going to lose all that momentum, and look at that. Adam Thompson bringing it home for the last race of the season, comes off turn 4. He takes the checkered flag and the win. Jake Ham in 2nd, Josh Clogg 3rd, and in the back, it looks like Tim Cox brings home 6th.
6th, yeah.
And Kevin got 8th, so we'll have to check the points.
Hold on.
I'm not sure. We'll
hold on. One moment. Let me. Where's the points gone? Hold on. You keep talking, Daniel. I'll try and work out points.
Oh.
There we go. Clear the fireworks coming off.
Looks like Randall may have helped out Jimmy or Kevin's cause if you guys have to do a little bit of a demo derby.
Right.
Adam Thompson victory celebration for him. Josh Clogg with the high 5. And it looks like Adam has finally KO'd that car. Here are the results for the feature.
Oh, it's a tie.
Some technical difficulty. All right, let's run through the feature results. We got Adam Thompson taking the win. Jake Ham bringing it home 2nd. Josh Clogg in 3rd. Randall, he tried just about everything all race, and he brings it home 4th. Jimmy Howitt into 5th. Tim, you brought it home 6th. Bobby Ross was 7th, and Kevin Irwin takes home 8th place.
Okay, so if I was 6th, that puts me on 209. Kevin, he was 8th, did you say?
Yep.
Hold on. 200.
Yep.
I've beaten him by a point.
All right, well, we're going to start our interviews. We're going to bring in Josh Clogg. Josh, you usually were giving these opportunities to Adam for the interviews, but we're glad to get a chance to talk to you now, and looks like you brought home 3rd tonight.
Yeah, usually it's a scramble to get going and get the baby coverage lately, so it's been a wild time. So Adam's been stepping in under advised circumstances and my wishes as to what he said. Most of the time he's pretty spot on. I'd give him an overall B for that, but it's much appreciated. It was a great season with them. It's only taken 3 or 4 seasons to finally finish first in it, so that's very cool.
Yeah, well, congrats on the championship. You locked that up a couple races early. Did that change how you were going to attack tonight, and all you had to do was go for the win?
No, it's always just just have some fun out here. It's always good racing and an enjoyable time, so just worrying about that.
Gotcha. No points racing, all fun. Well, while we got you here, anybody you want to thank, give a shout out to?
Yeah, you guys for all the broadcasts. They're always enjoyable to watch. And all the effort put into that in the league by Adam and Yavins. It's always look forward to for Sunday night.
Awesome. Well, congrats again on the third and bringing home the championship. And look forward to seeing more of your racing in the future.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
That was Josh Clogg, our third place finisher, and we'll bring in Jake Ham now. Jake, you brought home second tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And walk us through your race. It looked chaotic from up here in the booth. How was it down there on the racetrack?
I mean, I gotta give credit where credit is due. My crew chief and my pit crew, they did everything they can to get this car running. And I tell you what, they did a great job. This thing was out there running. It was motoring around that track and almost got at him at the end, but it was tough racing. It was a lot of fun. Had a blast.
Yeah, you had the high line work and you were trying all sorts of things. And it looked like right at the end there, the high line was just about the only line that had any grip. So you tried a couple moves on Adam. And was there anything in the racetrack to maybe make a move and have it stick?
Yeah, I think if I would have made the move on the last lap, I think I would have had it, but I didn't set it up right. Took it 2 laps before, and then I got that bad run coming low and didn't have any run, coming out of it. So if I would have waited one more lap, I think I would have had it, but I'm glad Adam won it. He had a good racing season. SMB, the history, I'm glad he took it.
Yeah, well, anybody else you want to shout out and thank and for the whole season and for the race or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys hosting us, always a blast to go back and watch these broadcasts. I'm going to miss them. Hopefully we can get back to that soon. Obviously, thanks to all my fans for coming out, watching me race tonight. Had a blast.
Well, sounds good, and we'll look forward to maybe the next season of XSLR.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was Jake Ham, your second place finisher. But now we bring in the man, the myth, the legend, in his own mind, Adam Thompson, bringing home the win tonight. Adam, that race was exciting. How are you able to hold them all off tonight?
I don't know. I mean, you guys were commentating on it. I'm sure you saw more than I did. That was insane. That was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it ended that way.
Yeah, there were times where top 4 or 5 even were just covered by a blanket. You wouldn't want to try to sit in between those cars as they ran. And just put on some great racing, and looks like the outside lane kind of became the dominant lane. Looks like you were not going to give up any of that in the last closing laps, were you?
Well, it did. I mean, I know you saw me and Randall. I was throwing slide jobs on him, and on that last restart, Jake and Randall, I think, obviously with me in first, I can decide when to go. And then Randall was battling Jake there for a little while, and I was like, Randall, you got to keep battling him, man. You have to battle him, because it was just a whole bunch of slide jobs the whole race. That's kind of what it turned into. I think that inside line was still working, and I used it for the last lap, and it worked out for me. But man, that was there's nothing to say. That was so much fun. It really was.
Yeah, that was some great racing. So we know the season's kind of coming to an end. You got some life stuff going on that's changing how this is going to go, but it's been a bunch of fun doing the whole season and being able to be along for the journey with you guys. And I don't know if you want to speak to that at all, and anybody else you want to thank, shout out, and floor yours.
I'm crying already, so thanks for that one, Daniel. I've been crying all night. It's all just become very real to me today for some reason. And had a great weekend with my family and Troy Munson. I think Troy's probably watching this, and all the guys here in Arizona that I got here. It's been a lot of fun in Phoenix, from where I came from, and just everything that has happened over the past 8 years is just really, I wouldn't change it for the world. I quit my job and I started SMB, and all the people that I've surrounded myself with for a very long time, for the past 10 years, 8 years. It's just it's the best. Daniel, you and Jonathan and Alex Anderson and Randall McGrew, Rob Schwankler. There are so many people that I have to thank, and I can't. But yeah, well, I'm moving out of here, heading to Nevada. My wife's leaving in a week and a half, and I'm leaving in July. Yeah, big life changes, but I can't shout out all of my friends and everybody that's been around for all of it. It's just thank you, all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been a ton of fun, and I know I've just been a very small part of it, but I'm really looking forward to keeping in touch and seeing what else you got going on. This league, this slow motion broadcasting, it's all been fun. It's been fun to be a little bit of a part of. So glad I could spend a little bit of time with you guys and have some fun along the way.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's been the most fun I've ever had, and I'd be amiss, or I would get in trouble, and I may not be able to sleep in my own bed if I don't shout out my wife, Sarah, for everything, and obviously my dog, Lewis. I think all the boys are watching this broadcast right now. Lewis is still one of the homies, guys. He's still here, I promise. So no, it's just been so much fun, the whole thing. Everybody that's been involved, thank you guys so much for everything. Seriously, it's been it's an unforgettable experience I've had.
Yeah, it's I'm starting to feel a little bit too there. You're bringing out the emotions in everybody, but oh man, it's been cool, and look forward to seeing what's next for you. So congrats on all that. Congrats on the race win. I know that's probably the last thing on your mind now, but
right.
It's been fun and it's been real.
We'll be back. XSLR will be back. Slow motion broadcasting will be back. I promise. As all of the guys right now are hitting me in the who are still part of the race, but we will be back. I promise. Just give us some time, guys. Everybody that's been around the whole time, just hang in there. Let me get my life straight. Let me get everything set back up, and we're going to come back at it better than ever.
Sounds good. Well, we'll let you go, and we'll figure out what.
You can't say anything back to that, can you, Daniel?
No,
I just gave
nothing.
the best interview. I gave the best interview of all time, of all slow motion broadcasting time. So
and you weren't even impersonating Josh Clark.
Oh, I did not imitate Josh. I didn't have to. Josh did it tonight for the first time.
He was here. It was good to finally see the man behind the man.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. You got a bunch of other people to interview, it looks like.
Yeah, everybody's kind of in here. Let's just we'll have a. Should we have a party chat? Just
we can have a party. Let's have a party. Bring them all in.
Everybody in here.
Here goes the neighborhood.
Second, and now we got the entire XSLR field kind of in the booth with us, so it's a little cramped and crowded in here, but it's a good time. I don't know who wants to go first. Tim, we'll go to Tim first and see what the results of the championship were. We know you were trying to do some quick tabulations in the background.
Pending in yeah. It might be pending instance reported. Exactly. If nothing happens because of them, I believe I win it by 1 point over Kevin. Although, yeah, as a man who he started the season on negative points due to the incident in the first round and an end of line. Yeah, I don't hold my hopes up. I think probably Kevin's got me on this one.
As the admin of Cross Series League Racing and the owner, Kevin Irwin did win the championship.
Yes, I was going to say that there's, of course, I forget the being British points deduction as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have realized, but Tim Cox is British, and he always asks the Americans for help, but we're not going to give him help this time.
It's all right. Last laugh will be on me anyway, because hopefully you've marked this as mature, because there was a bit of a swearing incident mid-race.
Yeah, we were on board with. We had Tim in here during the feature, so we got a good look into the mind of someone who was going through it, as the kids say. So it was a good fun. Let's see who's in here that we haven't talked to. Bobby, we got a chance to talk to you during the race. I think Randall and Kevin, you guys want to rock paper scissors or something? Who wants to go on about what they have?
All right. Well, yeah, that was great race. It was a great season. I thought I had him there at the end, but after that last restart, I lost my force feedback, so I kind of earned a little bit too much and got a little bit ways.
Does 1776 ring a bell? Is that why you lost your force feedback, Kevin?
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, great race. Had a lot of fun this season. Can't wait till next season.
Sounds good. Randall, kind of late addition to this series, but I've seen you around quite a bit. Anything you want to add for tonight, for the season, for whatever?
Well, I was here since the dirt road, and I never really got more than like half a lap in a feature in before Tim killed me in those. And then, so last week was the first time I actually finished a feature race in this league. And then this week I'm up there fighting with the leaders. So it was great fun mixing up. What the broadcast really missed was Adam Thompson was sweating absolute bullets in the practice session when the leaderboard was basically upside down with the likes of me and Kevin Irwin up top. And then I kept telling him, calm yourself, dude. Got the qualifying and it went back to the right order. But it was a really fun track to drive, and it develops a lot. I was really surprised about how much it develops.
Yeah, for sure. The dirt oval stuff really takes a few laps, and it changes every lap after that. So it was good. It put on a good race. You guys all managed to make this last go round exciting. Well, at least the last go round for now exciting. And
yep. Me and Adam had that battle for Indiana going on up there in the front for a few laps. He kept throwing the sliders, and I just kept crossing him back, and that was honestly one of the best iRacing moments I've had in a couple of years.
Yeah, Terre Haute's better than Evansville. Just let that be shown on the stream. Terre Haute won. Terre Haute took first place, and I don't even know where Evansville. Where did Evansville even finish? Fourth place? Oh yeah, they're way down there in my book too.
Well, I'm going to step in here before this gets any more heated between rival factions of Indiana. Who would have known that Indiana has people that don't like other people in Indiana?
No, it's okay. I'll give Adam his win here. He needs one from being for Terre Haute.
Well, you're gonna give me the win because I'm in the Air Force and you're a what do they call you? A former Marine? But you're still a Marine, so I
was in the
wait
actual
every day.
military. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay. I wait every day of the week.
Yikes! Gotta keep a head on a swivel in this this booth up here. But this season's been a lot of fun. You guys put on some great racing, and I don't know if anyone else has more to add, but probably sign off for tonight, and then we'll let you guys go back to your party up there in the broadcast.
So thanks to everyone who's watching on the stream. First off,
absolutely. Everybody that has watched the whole thing. But you've got no upcoming broadcasts, and that's the sad part. There are no more upcoming broadcasts here. So before I get out of here, I just want to thank everybody in this chat really for everything. I've made so many friends. I've so many friends along the way. A couple of them were in my wedding, and it was all because of iRacing and slow motion broadcasting and all of those. So yeah, guys, long story short, thank you so much for making me a better person, and yeah, everything that you guys have done for the league showed up every week. Yeah, it's seriously thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
A lot of fun.
Goodbye.
I want more tears.
I'm out.
Thank you to my mom, my brother for watching. John out there, thank you so much for watching me this season. You've all been amazing.
All right, as we empty out the broadcast booth, I think I have everybody in here that we need to have. Yep. Yeah, this was this will be the last slow motion broadcasting for now. We'll see when we come back on the air, but for Jonathan Grabowski, for all the commentators that have been beside me all season, for Bobby, for Tim, who we had during the race, for the entire XSLR roster of drivers we had in here, right here at the end. Wish you a good racing and good luck, and we'll talk to you later.
So Patrick, Do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You
What?
describe it. You describe it. I
What?
do enough talking.
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much, but like, I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like.
He did.
He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up and he's like,
Oh, I
"Oh,
just need to-
we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then you just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that
Like,
was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
That was the guy from